It is the deadliest and the most destructive fire in California's history, and it is far from over. Tonight, we are getting our first look from the air at what the campfires left behind, and it's devastating.
You see the numbers on your screen. At last check, 48 people have died in the campfire, 50 statewide. That fire also destroyed more than 7,000 homes. Survivors who escaped the flames say they're lucky to be alive.
You know, everything, the whole thing's gone. It's as though your life ended and you need to start a new life.
With people moving back into the burned areas, mobile DNA labs are working to find and identify the remains of victims. It is certainly a grim task and a process that became the focus for his life for one expert in East Tennessee.
10 News anchor Brandon Bates spoke to Body Farm founder Dr. William Bass about the process. Brandon.
Well, Robin and John, Dr. Bass has identified over 700 remains cases. Many of them came from deadly fires. He says no matter how long you've identified bodies, there's always an emotional attachment.
As firestorms in California take over entire towns, first responders have the hardest jobs, containing fires, getting people out safely, and eventually extinguishing the flames.
I mean, that is a tragedy.
But when the fires burn out and all that's left is the scarred earth below, forensic anthropologists must go through the ash and the rubble looking for and identifying those who were taken by the fires.
My passion is anthropology. It's skeletal remains.
Dr. William Bass has spent the last 60 years of his life as a forensic anthropologist studying human bones.
This is a femur here.
From house fires to plane crashes, Dr. Bass has worked in conditions he'll never forget.
I've had my fair share of fairly interesting cases.
Typically, anthropologists looking for remains will first have to determine if what they found is a bone. Next, whether or not it's human, and then they'll figure out the sex, age, and ancestry to determine who it is. In Northern California, mobile DNA labs are working to identify remains.
You don't get to the stage where you say, oh, you're just another burned body.
When I look at this, I see a pile of bone fragments, but this tells a story for you.
That does. Well, this is one of the vertebrae. So this individual had to be at least 40.
Dr. Bass says while this is his passion, anytime children are involved, he has to take a step back and realize why he's doing it.
I see myself as working for the family. I see myself as working for law enforcement. The right thing for me to do is to share this with society.
And Dr. Bass says house fires bring their own set of challenges too when it comes to identifying victims, because all fires burn differently at different temperatures. That can always add to that process. Robin and John.